Welcome to the infrared sauna. I'm going to walk you through what exactly to do when you're set up to use this. This is a Sunlighten amplify sauna. It is full spectrum infrared, which means that it uses near, mid, and far infrared waves to be able to penetrate your body, more deeply heat your internal core temperature up from the inside out. So unlike dry sauna, it's not heating from the outside in. This stimulates a little bit more of a effective way of doing it without having to cook yourself in a really hot room. So come on in. I'm going to show you a little bit more about what this does. The setup for this, I'll turn the lights on, so come all the way in here. This button down here turns on the lights above the top. I'll show you in a bit how to control that with the remote, but generally this should be turned on to some type of hour mode. If you're in here and it says like minutes left, you can press this button up, and then this changes the intensity of the heat. So green, blue, red being the most intense, that's going to get it as hot as it goes. Notice it's still heating up here because we just turned it on, but this will be turned on and preheated before your appointment. If I want to turn the heat up or down, I can do that right here. And then if you want the light on the outside, you can see that there too. But that's the basic setup for the panel. Also, you'll come all the way in here with me. If you turn this down and you come around, you can see, turn this light off, there is a stereo up here. Like a general stereo, you can change the source. You can hook your phone up to Bluetooth. You can listen to the radio. It's totally up to you. But when you're done with that, just press the power button and then turn it back in at the top. When you're finished with the sauna, you do not need to turn it off, but a couple of other things to explain when you get in here what to expect. So you'll notice there's a sauna protocol on the wall. You want to read through this first, make sure that all that stuff makes sense to you and you understand it. It talks about making sure you're hydrated, what clothes to wear or not to wear, why you don't want to wear a ton of clothes here, which is why we have the curtains here. So when you do get in for your appointment, you're going to take and shut the curtains. When you're finished, you'll grab here, push back, and slide that right in that area. We have a couple different things here as well. You have a towel for your hand, and you have a towel for the seat. You'll also see that there's a timer, and then there's an explanation sheet for the chromotherapy. Each light is going to penetrate differently. My favorite being the most powerful and effective being red light. So you can take all three of these things in here with you. You can take water in here. You can take your phone with you. But a really quick to-do on what to do when you get in here. When you are in, you want to take this big towel and you're going to fold that across here for sanitary purposes to catch the majority of the sweat for where you're sitting and laying. You also notice there's a spot down here on the ground. If you wanted to take 2 hand towels in here, that's totally fine. We can keep it clean and in better condition when we put the towel here. You can even grab another one just to wipe your face off and hang out with. Notice if you come a little bit closer, here is the light changer. You'll also notice it's a little bit heated, and here's why. These are heaters. There's one on each side. They are not meant to put things on, and that's what happens when you put something on it. It will melt. So please don't put things there. There's a heater here, a heater here, and a heater here as well, just so you can kind of understand where the heat's coming from. If I'm pressing the button and it's not working, it's because you have to press this button right here. From there, I can change. Like I said, my favorite is red. You can go through to flash. You can change white. You can play around with the brightness, the intensity, all that stuff here. And if you want to learn more about what that does, read this sheet that will tell you. Typically, I recommend putting this on the ground to the side because obviously heat rises, it's cooler down at the bottom. The timer you would go through and turn on. So obviously you have a silent or a loud timer. I'm going to take and set that for the amount of time I'm in here. Remember, these are 30-minute appointment slots, so I recommend typically doing like 20 to 25 minutes in the sauna, just making sure that if there's somebody booked after you, you're not still in here during their appointment time because we certainly don't want to run over. But once I've got all that set up, I'm going to start my timer. I'm going to hang out. I might take my phone out and text. Obviously, the door's going to be shut. I might, actually, I've got a mic on so you can see we're good to go. But shut that door all the way, make sure it's latched, and I can lay down, I can sit, I can hang out and just relax. So I think I hit most of the points here. A couple of quick things to keep in mind. If you feel funny or you feel lightheaded, that's your cue to get out. Make sure you're hydrating a ton. Electrolytes are great to be able to keep you hydrated in addition to water, but collectively enjoy your experience. When you're finished, obviously you're going to take these things. You'll shut your timer off on the back here. I'll take these things out. I'll put them back here where I found them. In the case of an emergency, we do have a fire extinguisher over here. Shouldn't obviously have to use that, but it's there in case you ever need it. You'll take your towels out. You'll make sure that you leave the place how you found it, and then you will shut this door. Scoot over a little bit there so don't catch that. Awesome. And then from here, these towels will come out into that bin, and you're good to go. So if you have any questions, as always, ask a coach, but enjoy the sauna.